with a disc brake. You squeeze the lever up here, obviously, and then it actuates this arm down here. You'll see when I squeeze it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hey guys, BikeBlogger here. On my way home. 20 miles an hour. Tonight, I wanted to talk about cycling gloves. Using my cycling gloves to wipe the lens there. It's been raining today. It just stopped raining. So of course now I'm going for a ride. It's good to try to avoid riding in the rain if you can. Oh, there's a big puddle. So yeah, this is just gonna be a quick overview talking about my cycling gloves because someone asked about it a while ago. Sorry, I'm just getting around to it now. I don't have them all with me right now. Who knows, maybe at the end of this video I'll have a short segment just sort of displaying all my gloves. I have 4 pairs of gloves, which probably seems pretty excessive to most people. I got these gloves I'm riding right now. They're Fox Head Reflex, I think is what they're called. They're my summertime gloves. Obviously they're fingerless. They're my only fingerless gloves, I think. And then, so I wear these in the warm weather. And when it gets a little cold out, you know, like it's dropping down to maybe the, you know, it depends on the person because it varies person to person, but I got my Seirus gloves. Seirus Innovation or whatever they're called. They're Hyperlite. Really nice, really comfortable. They flex or they stretch. So they sort of form to my hand. Of course, the best glove for you is probably going to differ from me because it's all about feel, fit, and what properties are most important to you. But these are just you know the gloves I use that I like a lot. And then once it starts getting really cold, I got Pearl Izumi Lobster gloves. You might have heard about them before. They're really nice. They keep your fingers together, at least your pinky and your ring finger, I guess. Let's go up here. And then your middle finger and your index finger. The only thing I don't like about them is that your thumb is all by itself. And really the only trouble I have riding in the very cold are my thumbs, you know, in which case mittens might be good, although mittens also have your thumb by itself, I think. So what I'll do is if it's, you know, really cold, you gotta layer. I got videos on layering. You gotta layer. So I have some Smartwool liners, glove liners. I put those on. Then I put on the Lobster glove claws, and so that's why it's good to have a good winter glove that's maybe a size larger than what you normally wear, because then you can stuff more layers in it, and you know, more layers means more warmth, basically. What does BikeBlogger want to do? BikeBlogger wants to get on the big street, so BikeBlogger is going to do that. When I started this series, I thought BikeBlogger was a pretty good name, and I think it is. It catches on. It is a little difficult to say, though, when you're cycling. BikeBlogger, BikeBlogger, BikeBlogger. Those BBBs. All right. And then I have one other pair of gloves that I've used. I got a video on them. They're not really so much gloves as they are mittens for your bike. pogies, as it is commonly called, and they are bar mitts. I did a little review and a ride with them. I'll have some links maybe below in the description. Here we go. So that's my other pair. I don't use them very much though, because they're not very aerodynamic. 26 miles an hour. I'm gonna get over 30 miles an hour. Not even really trying. Gonna make a left here. Woo! Slow it down, 25. And now everybody can stare at me. I didn't get out for a lunch ride today, so that stinks. I've only gone 6 miles today. I will say though that it feels great out. It's cooler. You know what I might do? Actually, there's people waiting behind me. I was gonna maybe make a U-turn right here, which you really shouldn't probably do. So we'll wait. So those are my four gloves. Different types of gloves. What I should have done is I had a lot of momentum going. I should have just gone straight through the intersection. Oh well, next time maybe. Okay, third time's a charm. There we go. Locking into those clipless pedals. Takes some getting used to. I did a video on my single-sided clipless pedals. Wasn't so crazy about them. We're gonna get off the road here. We're gonna climb the hill. Oh. Okay, not quite into the other lane. I think those trees are sort of cool. They don't have any limbs down low, but they sort of remind me of palm trees or something. They're probably not very healthy. They're like pine trees, I think. Ah, mashing up the hill. Single speed style. All right. Fortunately, in my city, there aren't a lot of crazy hills like that. And so, at least with my strength to weight ratio, I can handle most of the short hills. And you know, you have that disadvantage, but it totally is offset, I think, by the total advantage of just riding a single speed bike. It's less to fuss with, no gears. Going off-road for a second. And we're gonna squeak as we do it. Ah. All right. Trying to prevent the noise like that, you gotta feather your brakes, that is, sort of use them occasionally, wipe them off. They get water on them. Also, clean your brake pads. Did a video a little while ago on that with rim brakes. This bike has disc brakes. I don't think this goes anywhere over here. Let's just go see. A little bit of exploring. Did turn my light on, yeah. It's just sort of, oh boy, okay. I'm going to have to turn around here. It's a dead ends. Ah! We could sit down on the nice wet bench there, but yeah. Diamondback Hondro Comp disc brakes. They're high road TRP mechanically actuated hydraulic brakes. Really nice, simple to set up. By mechanically actuated, I mean inside this outer cable, this housing is an actual metal cable. It's not filled with liquid. So, but there is a liquid reservoir down here, so you get a little bit more, modulation going. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot about disc brake systems. All I know is it works for me, so I'm happy with it. And these are called disc rotors. So to stop with a disc brake, you squeeze a lever up here, obviously, and then it actuates this arm down here. You'll see when I squeeze it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And that takes two disc brake pads, squeezes them together, and they go against this rotor here, this thin metal piece of metal here that spins around in circles. And basically it's just, those brakes on this metal, and that sort of metallic metal on metal is that screeching sound you hear sometimes when they're wet, because what's actually happening at a slightly more smaller, microscopic level, the water's causing the brake pads to skip, and it causes a frequency, vibration, and it creates a noise and whatever, all that good stuff. Yeah, these are my pedals. See, they're double-sided. I like these double-sided pedals. I think they're Shimano 530 or something. So yeah, that's just a quick overview on a couple more components on my bike. These are stock. This obviously is not stock. I don't know if any bikes come with clipless pedal systems. Alright, so let's keep going here. This video was supposed to be about my gloves though, so real quick. This is the Fox Head Reflex glove. Hope I'm getting in the camera shot here. Very simple, it feels nice and comfy. There might be a little bit of leather on here. I'm not a big fan of leather, but might be some pleather, fake leather or something on there. But it's really nice because, it's vented well, I think. You just stick them on like this, and it's well made. It's not falling apart yet, really, on me, not ripping apart. It's got these two little things here on the end, so you can grab them with your fingers, and it helps you pull off the gloves like that. So I think that's sort of cool. But yeah, I like these a lot. I spent a lot of time looking for different types of gloves. These fit me well. They feel comfortable. I don't really have anything bad to say about them. I sort of thought they were starting to rip, but I guess not. Let's get going here. My glasses are starting to fog up. That was a long intermission. Sorry about that. I like to keep the flow going. Can't really snap my fingers very well with these gloves on. Maybe that's a disadvantage. Try to keep the flow going. I like to just keep, my videos are about riding my bike, not so much about stopping and talking, although I have a lot of videos on how-to videos. Got a playlist on some things. I wouldn't consider myself I consider myself more of an amateur bike mechanic. Obviously, since I ride a single-speed bike, but there's some good videos there. Hello. Hey. Saying hi. I don't usually pass people on my commutes. I don't usually say hi to a lot of people, but I'm also usually going pretty darn fast. See if we can go up this way. I might pass somebody going this way. Might have to get off my bike if I do, though, because it really gets narrow up here. They fixed that fence, that white fence to the left. I noticed it was knocked down in one of my past videos. I don't know what happened there. Car must have hit it or something. So when I get home, I'll probably deflate my tires and see if a bunch of water comes out of the rims from that earlier video I did today when I trudged through the I'm going really slow. I'm taking it easy here. Speed up. It's a little bumpy though. When I trudge through the pool of water that was, slow down, that was underneath that bridge. So what I can do to check it really easily though is just just weigh my bike. If my bike is heavier than when I last weighed it, obviously that means there's some water in there. So we'll have to double check. We'll have to check that out. I apologize ahead of time if I forget to add that video on the end of this video about displaying out my gloves, but I'll have links in the description below. I'll try to do that at least. And if you guys were curious what I use, and I do like them all, collect them all. So, you know, there's not a one perfect glove, you know, you gotta, it's like clothing, although I try to keep things simple. You know, you won't find one perfect glove or piece of clothing. You always have to dress for the day, so that takes a little bit more, let's go over here, a little more thought than just jumping in a car. For instance, when it's raining like this, I just try to ride when it's not raining, if I can. And then, you know, I don't even bring a raincoat. I just get wet if it happens. Hopefully it wouldn't happen for a long period of time, but all it really takes is getting wet, you know, for, oh, I don't know, a few minutes, and then at that point you're so soaked, it doesn't matter anymore. So if it starts raining on you and you don't go seek shelter like almost immediately, you know, there's no point in, you know, worrying about it. You're gonna get wet, and you're not gonna get like more wet, you'll just get wet. So same thing with sweat. You know, you can try to bike slower, but on some really hot days, there's not a whole lot you can do about these sort of things. Cutting through the post office lot. We're gonna stop here. Surprisingly, there's no stop sign on the exit here, but doesn't make any sense to just fly through. Everyone has or most people have their headlights on, which is good. They should. Looks like it's clear. A little pickup truck was hidden behind the bus there. You gotta watch out for things like that. The big guys hide the little guys. So thanks for coming along with me on this ride. I haven't been getting the lens, but I don't think it rained at all on this ride. It's just wet. Like I said, I try to ride between rainstorms. Have an old-timey video about that. And it probably will start raining here again in the next hour or so. So we're home, we're dry for the most part. Nice and cool for July 2015. It's gonna be hot next week though. Mostly sunny and mostly hot. So yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. See you next time. Here are some of my gloves, the Fox Head Reflex gloves. Nice gloves for the summer, fingerless. Next up, my Seirus Hyperlite gloves, full finger, nice, lightweight for cooler weather. Next up, my Pearl Izumi Lobster claw gloves, nice for warm, or nice to keep you warm, nice for winter weather, keeps your fingers together. And then finally, my Smartwool glove liners, actual wool, nice and toasty warm. Put these on, then put on the lobster claw gloves, and they'll keep you pretty darn warm. Also, there are the bar mitts. I don't have them with me, but they're also highly recommended. You don't even have to wear gloves with them in down to pretty cold weather, You actually start getting a little sweaty. They're big and bulky, but they're very warm. Thanks for watching. Lightning.